So, what we want to do today is very simple. If we finish before 8:45, I'm going to let you guys leave before the time. So, what we want to do today is basically just finish our second worksheet. All right. I had asked each one of you to have the questions ready, so that today when I am presenting, then you guys can just be copying down or filling in the spaces in your notebook, right? And then after we're finished with class, then all you have to do is take pictures of that and then you can submit that in Google Classroom or through WhatsApp for those of you that are packages. All right. Everybody that is in Google Classroom should send their homeworks in Google Classroom. Nobody that is in Google Classroom should be sending their homeworks through WhatsApp. WhatsApp is only for students on package, all right? So you guys should not be sending me your homeworks through WhatsApp. It's okay if you want, Miss, please check my work and I can check it and I can tell you what I think about it, but I'm not going to grade it, right? There's a difference there. So let's continue. Let's see. So today we want to complete number patterns, and I am going to move to my Jamboard so that I can write and you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna share from here. Yep, you can check if your answers are correct, Alan. That's fine. Yep, baby cakes. Go on, hand. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Can you see the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys. So this is number one, and make sure as I'm moving along through the question, you guys are making sure that that's the correct pattern, right? Because I was doing this late at night, and you can see my ojeras right now because I was working late at night doing my work. All right. So if check if I wrote the number patterns correct. So you have it in your notebooks, and then I'm gonna be showing it here. I just check if they are the correct numbers that I'm showing here. So number one has 9, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12. This is one number sequence, and we have to find out what are the three following numbers, and we also have to describe what is happening. I need to say what is happening in this number pattern. All right. Now, when we're talking about describing the number pattern, you have to tell me two things. You have to tell me if it's a common pattern, if so, is it an arithmetic pattern, is it a geometric pattern, or what kind of special pattern is it? And I'm gonna say from right now, not all of these patterns are gonna have a name, right? So some of them are not gonna be arithmetic, are not gonna be geometric, and are not gonna be one of the four special that I showed you. They're gonna be another type of pattern. But we aren't studying those kinds of patterns, we're only practicing them. All right? So who can tell me, or who wants to give it a try and tell me what number goes after 12?
If I can try it?
Sure, go ahead.
I think it goes 12 and then 13 and 13 again.
Okay, so you have, let me see. You have 12, 13, and 13. Does somebody have something different?
No, miss. It's 9, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13, 13, and then 14.
Anybody has something different? Yeah, you're not writing, right? You're gonna write until I say right, because you're gonna copy the wrong answer maybe. Now this pattern has 9, 9, and it has them repeated. Then it has 10, and 10 is only one time. Then it goes 11 and 11 and has it repeated. And then it goes 12 and has 12 one time. So what follows is that I am doing one number two times, then the following number one time, then the next number two times, and the next number one time. So the following number is going to go two times, and then the other number is going to go one time. Right? And this is what this pattern should be. 9, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14. So that I can have 13 two times and I can have 14 one time. And everybody sees the pattern. I have 9, 9, then 10, then 11, 11, then 12, 13, 13, then 14. Right? So how do we describe this pattern? When we have 9, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, how do I describe? How can I say this is what this pattern is doing? This is how I get the following number. Anybody wants to try and tell me how we get that? How do we know what is gonna follow? Or how can we
Simple, because it's a pattern.
I know it's a pattern. All of these are gonna be patterns. But what makes this pattern this pattern? What am I doing so that I get the 13 and then I get the other 13 and then I get the 14?
Add.
We are adding. Okay, very good. We can say there are different ways that we can answer this question. All right.
It will multiply, miss?
Um we can okay. Let's do this. I will tell you guys how many different ways we can describe this pattern. One. For me to have 9 and 9, I could times it by 1, right? And then for me to go to 9 to 10, I can add 1. So I do times 1, then I do plus 1, then I do plus 1 again, then I times 1, then I do plus 1, then I do plus 1. So 9 times 1 gives me 9, then 9 plus 1 gives me 10, then 10 plus 1 gives me 11, and 11 times 1 gives me 11, and 11 plus 1 gives me 12, right? I can use this pattern, and that is a pattern. I can also use 9 plus 0 gives me 9, then 9 plus 10 gives me 9 plus 1 gives me 10, then 10 plus 1 gives me 11, and then 11 plus 0 gives me 0, and I can repeat it again to plus 1 plus 1 plus 0. Two things can happen here. I just want to describe what is happening. I don't have to write all of that. So I am just going to describe what is going to happen here. Alright, so give me 1 second. Let me find my typing.
Miss,
Yes.
I'm putting something in the chat, miss. That's how I think to do it, miss. I don't know if it's correct.
Okay. Okay. Let me check what's in the chat. 2 times the number, then 1 times the next number, and you continue. But if I have 9 times 2, that gives me 18. Or do you mean two times, like writing the number two times?
Yes, miss, like that. Two times the same number.
Okay.
Not the number times the number.
Okay. So now this pattern, and I'm gonna write it right here. If you guys can see that, right? My little box that I have there. The pattern, and this is what you're gonna write. In ascending order, that means that getting bigger. All right, I'm gonna write it right here. In ascending order, the pattern goes writing a number twice and the following number once, then repeating the pattern or the sequence. Right? So that is basically what Ernest put in the chat. And we want to say ascending order because we are increasing, right? Did you guys see what I put there? Did it freeze? Yep, no, yes, okay.
No, miss. No, miss.
Now, can you guys see the sentence?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
miss. Yes.
Okay, so it says in ascending order, the pattern goes writing a number twice and then the following once, then repeating the sequence. So basically, that is what Ernest put in the chat. But we don't want to use one time and two times because when we do that, then people can think that, okay, I'm going to do 9 times 2 and then 9 times 1, right? But that's not what it means. We say the word twice and then we say the word once. So that twice means writing it double and then once means writing it one time. All right? Is everybody finished on copying? Now, what kind of sequence is this? It is a combination of an arithmetic and geometric. Right? Because if we take it times 1 and then times 1 or plus 0 or plus 1 or whatever it is that we want to use, both of them have plus and times mixed in there. So because we have addition and multiplication, it is a combination of arithmetic and geometric. Everybody understands?
Yes, miss.
Can I move on to number 2?
Yes, miss.
So here I have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then what follows?
17.
17, very good. Then
18. 18 and 19.
and then 19. Very good. What am I doing to get the 17, 18, and 19?
Add 1. Add 1.
Very good. I am adding 1. So I will write in this pattern the rule is adding 1. What kind of pattern is this? Anybody? If we are adding, what kind of pattern is adding?
Arithmeticness.
Arithmetic. Arithmetic. Okay. You guys can see the sentence, right? In this pattern, the rule is adding 1. It is an arithmetic sequence. Okay. Let me know when I can move to number 3.
On Miss.
Done? Okay. 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12. What is the following number?
Miss, we're taking away 2.
You're taking away 2. Very good. So I am minusing 2 from each number. So then what goes after 12?
10. 10.
Then
8.
8 and
6.
6. Very good. So now in this one, the pattern rule is subtracting 2. And if this is subtraction, then what kind of sequence is this?
Geometric. Arithmetic. Arithmetic.
It's an arithmetic sequence. This is an arithmetic sequence. Right?
On Miss.
Okay. I still see some people copying. I'm gonna give a few more minutes. Done? Okay, let's see.